So there's a few things that I've wanted to talk about for a very long time now. These being sore winners and people who complain when I kick them from my lobby. I'm probably going to do another Burcol experience video talking about sore winners, so expect that in the next few weeks. But for now, I just want to talk about the whole idea of me kicking people and how I apparently only fight randoms. I mean, this video could be a Burcol experience video as well, but as of me recording this, I'm not sure yet. So a few days ago, this guy joins my lobby. I recognise his name because we've had 4 fights before and the connection was always bad between us, and that for the most part he only used super attacks. So for those reasons listed, I decided to kick him, and of course he sends me a message asking if I'm scared. Because of course he does. I just want to pause here and to just say why it's so ridiculous to call someone scared online. I mean, don't get me wrong, I get it. People say it as a sort of reverse psychology technique, so the result is that you do the very thing that they're accusing you of being scared of, so you can prove to them that you're not actually scared. But there's 2 problems with this. Those being, this is mostly used by young kids because it's such a stupid thing to say, and secondly, it's something that's been said so many times that it now has no meaning or impact. It's like if you tell a joke, the first time you tell it, it'll be very funny. The second time you tell it, it'll still be funny, but not as much as it was the first time. And then the third time you tell it, it'll be a little funny, but not really. And then if you keep telling it over and over and over again, it'll just lose any humour it had, and it just would not be funny anymore. Alright, so let's get back on topic. I kicked this guy for 3 reasons. 1, the connection was always bad when we fought. 2, all that he used, for the most part, were super attacks. And thirdly, I was trying to record something specific, which was footage for a Super Saiyan Black Burcol video, and just knew that I wouldn't be able to get that footage if I fought him. I mean, if we just look at the messages, he just cannot follow through or elaborate on anything that he says. He then tells me to get fucking good, because of course he does. And the best part about that is that I've beaten him 3 out of the 4 times that we've fought. So if we just think about that for a second, he's telling me to get good, even though I've beaten him, so I'm better than him. So isn't he, by extension, calling himself bad? And the funny part is, the one time he did beat me was from him using nothing but super attacks, so take that for what it's worth. And talking about the one time he won, let's just quickly talk about the type of people that we're dealing with here. When he beat me, he took a screenshot, which is fine, and then he sends it to that Dr. High Girl guy, and then he says he's going to expose me. Fucking hell. So he's going to expose me for losing in a game that I never said I was good at in the first place. Please just keep that in mind as we go forward. But back to the Dark X guy. He then goes on to say that I only fight randoms, and this is where I have a bit of a problem. On both of my YouTube channels combined, I have a total of 138 Xenoverse videos as of me recording this, which is on August 8th, 2016. I've had around 6,000 Xenoverse fights. 6,000. 138 isn't even 3% of 6,000. So saying that I only fight random people, but you've only seen less than 3% of my total fights, well, I'm sorry, but I have to call bullshit. Don't get using the excuse that I only fight random people just because I won't fight you. But let's just assume, for argument's sake, that that is true, and that I only fight random people. So what? How does that affect you? I asked him this twice, and his first reply was, I don't know, and then his second reply was, I don't even know what to say anymore. But I do take solace in the fact that it's the same group of people who keep saying stuff like this. And by the same group of people, I'm referring to the people who have to insist that they're the best at the game, and then of course people who associate themselves with them. It's almost as if they feel threatened by me. So before I finish the video, I just want to talk about why I kick people. I mean, firstly, it's probably because of the connection. If you have a connection of 2 bars or less, I'm more than likely not going to fight you. It's nothing personal, but if I'm trying to record something and it turns out laggy, I just can't use it for video. And speaking of recording, like I've already mentioned in this video, if I'm trying to record something specific and I know for a fact that I can't get that footage from you, then then I'm sorry, but I'm just going to have to kick you for the time being. Thirdly, I kick people if they're being a dick. If you call me a pussy, or say that I'm scared, or tell me to get fucking good, honestly, any desire I have to fight you just goes away. And I think this is because I've been playing Dragon Ball games online since Raging Blast 1. And I've seen stuff like this happen since then, and I think it's because I'm just so bored of it now and just so exhausted from it that I just don't care anymore. Kind of like the last point, but if you play cheap or just spam or drift or capsule or whatever, then I'm probably just not going to fight you again. And lastly, I kick people if I already know for a fact that I can beat them, or vice versa. And this doesn't happen that much, but if I know for a fact that I can beat someone, or I know that I can't beat someone, then what's the point in fighting? It's like if you knew 100% without a shadow of a doubt that you would not win the lottery on one specific date, would you still spend money and buy a ticket? Well, the answer is no. Granted, there's 3 people I fought who I already knew for a fact that I could beat them, these being the Super Itachi, X-Assassin X505, and my Yuki DBZ. But if you're going to defend any of those, then quite frankly, I have no time for you. And that's all I have for this video. Like I mentioned at the start, I'm going to do another video talking about sore winners, so expect that in the next 1 or 2 weeks. And trust me, I have a lot of things to say about that. So thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.